Hi, welcome to Don't Pull the Chicken Switch 1.5 Minute Nugget. I'm your host, Kit Alowitz. Today's topic is called, or entitled, Get Out of the Right Lane. Now, that comes with a little bit of supercharge to it, as I'm left-handed, so maybe most days stuff comes to me to go to the left. And it occurred to me three things. One, I tend to think of, and I'm going to use very loosely, right lane only because I'm left-handed, but to say how often or how easily we can get stuck in a rut going down the same way, thinking that things need to go the same direction, the same habitual habit. And sometimes that isn't always wise, especially in related to don't pull the chicken switch. We may need, as one of my favorite speakers, Zig Ziglar, used to say, a checkup from the neck up to cure some stinking thinking. And in fact, that can often occur as we are in the pursuit of what we want to go after, and we're trying to avoid pulling the chicken switch. So, two instances that came up. Today, as I was navigating my way with patience, hopefully, through traffic, there came a spot in the road within the same lane where we had to either go left or right to avoid some construction they were doing. And I noticed how many people, maybe naturally or habitually, went to the right instead of going left. Now, maybe it's because I'm left-handed, but I went to the left, and I was amazed that there was literally 20 less cars in the left lane when we had to choose between left or right. And I was clear through the intersection onto my next set of traffic nightmares far sooner than those who had chosen to go to the right. Again, not implying that there's anything wrong with going to the right, but just this nature of how easily we can get stuck in kind of wagon wheel ruts in terms of doing things, or believing that everything that we're doing is going down the right way, that we're doing the fastest, the best, the most correct, the wisest. And in fact, I want to challenge you, that may not always be the case. We may need to get out of the rut, out of the right lane, and think to the left, or think differently. Here's a second example. I don't even know when I learned this fact, but as long as I can remember, when I go to the movie theater, I was given a piece of data that you should go to the left side of the doors to enter the actual theater room that you're going to go see, instead of the right, because most people go to the right. And I will tell you unequivocally, Kit Alowitz data, that if you go to the left, if you're given a choice to enter the theater, left or right, if you go to the left, there'll be far less people in the left side of the theater. Now, I'm giving away my secret, which may cost me, because when I go to the theater, I am very particular about where I sit. My family and friends that go with me roll their eyes and think, oh boy, we got to sit where Kit wants. But if you go to the left, there's always in the first row in the main seats as it goes up the cascade into the theater. There's the first row that there's a little rails where the handicapped people sit in front of you, and by doing so you can put your feet up on those rails without disrupting anyone else, but you can put your feet out and you get much more room, so I think. But that's something I always do, is go to the left. And I will tell you unequivocally, if you get out of the right lane or go into the right in the theaters, you'll always find more premier seating on the left-hand side of the theater. So my challenge to you is, consider your life, personally, professionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, socially, and think about how much of you do is just habitually in the right lane, when in fact, if you considered going to the left side, so to speak, the left side, you would actually change your perspective, get out of stinking thinking, and actually maybe pull the chicken switch less, and achieve more of what it is that you want to go after as you see the world slightly differently. Have a great day, and I'm back to traffic.